winter sucks. I am bored. Show me eBay. What can we buy? Right, big man. You want to get us at the unit? So, welcome back to Tools and Track. It's been a while. It's been a while! So, actually, it's been over a year now since we started doing this pitch.
Yes, and we haven't really done much.
No. Well, I think you'll find we have. So, we've been at Crail. We've been to Knock Hill. In the meantime, now that we roll in and segue in to season 2, because it's next year, we've got some more project work to do in the TVR.
Yeah, and speaking of,
Let's stop putting the leads. The bonnet has been removed.
so I'm not really sure why the bonnet's off.
Well, I've just done my 2018 rusty nail. I think we did the video for the year before, so you know what that's all about, a bunch of TVRs going around. And she decided to overheat, which was not fun. Truth be told, I'm suspecting there might be a head gasket in it, so we need to take all the exhaust stuff off, all the element manifold off, take the heads off, and do some head gasket work.
I'd be love taking the head off.
Well, listen, we can rip the head off each, because it's a V8.
We'll both get ahead of the running.
We could actually both rip our heads off.
At the same time, while looking each other in the eyes.
And see who finishes first.
That's definitely going to be you.
I don't know if that's a compliment or not. Anyway, but while that's happening, I've decided to YOLO a bit. There's a box. You'll have seen the box.
Tommy, what's this?
A massive actuator.
I'm sure these are for forced production applications, but how could that be the case? Because that looks like a guitar, not a harp.
Watch. When you know how to do this, mate, camera's ready.
That was so much more poetic. So what else is done?
Boost!
A small dog.
Not really.
No, that's not the real one.
This is a GT 3582.
Is this valuable? Because I want to smash it in 1,000 fucking pieces. But
GT 3582.
that's a snail of significant size.
This is a snail of significance. And all of this, allegedly, as it is used, bolts up to a TVR. Will it do so? Let's best now.
Goes here.
Yes.
The turbo therefore goes where there's currently a chassis.
No, it actually sits in between it.
Cool. Cool. And then we've put an intercooler somewhere.
In front of the radiator, so all the rad needs to come out.
And then that's it. You know, you have those.
Well,
You've already got a mega split.
kind of.
This goes in the bin.
Yeah, the Ram's head thing goes in the bin. Which is annoying because it's technically a decat, and I've also welded in the white band lambda there. Don't ask me why, I thought it would be a great place to put it, thinking in future when there's a turbo and it's got a white band. But that is where the turbo goes.
Yeah, that'll go in the bin.
It'll go somewhere else. But I'll get another one for it and weld something up. Obviously we're going to do the heads separate, so that'll be strictly in a rebuild. We'll fire up, make sure it runs on the heads before we start the turbo stuff.
So the two pipes on the, whatever you call it, manifold I suppose, go here and here.
Yep.
The turbo goes in this general vicinity, and the down pipe, it's not a dump pipe, right, it's down pipe.
Wow. All the things that you let go, but that's the one thing you get really arsed.
It's an American thing, man.
There's going to be various other oily bits to deal with and watery bits to deal with. How I get the pipes from the intercooler into the car.
Yeah, see that's interesting because there is literally no space at all.
It's yet to be decided.
This is a matter for debate, what is that?
That's the expansion tank. As you can tell about my overheat, it's
wow.
covered in jizz.
Yeah, but it's a field for debate, but most tuners I think tend to agree that if it doesn't matter where the intake is in a turbocharged vehicle, because it's going to get roasted anyway.
Yeah, you're going through an intercooler, so
it's going to get boiled through the turbo, then cooled. So that's good. That gives us one hole. Is it big enough? I was going to say to take the front bumper off, but there wasn't one.
No, that's going to make things slightly
No,
different.
that's the body, really. That's a big ass radiator. I take it that's aftermarket.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all alley.
Yeah, this car is not overheating because of cooling issues.
No.
There's going to be some additional challenges as well.
Such as?
That, I doubt, will hold.
That will
Depending
definitely
on
not,
how much boost you run.
but fear not, for that there is silicon pipework with it and it should work. So we're alright.
It's going to be good fun.
Yeah.
And it's going to sound utterly ridiculous.
We're not breaking open and putting forged stuff in, so it's going to be a modest sort of 8 to 12 psi perhaps.
Yeah, not a lot.
So that's all we've done, David.
What,
I mean,
mate?
well, we've managed to get like bits in. There's more bits laid out, more guesswork to be done, granted.
But on the right side, the unit's clean and the progress has been made.
True.
Look at all this lovely forced induction equipment.
I know, there's quite a bit to go on still. You'll notice as well there's a sorry ass lack of turbo.
There is, and Tommy, would you care to tell the YouTubees why that is?
Turns out you can't trust everyone you meet on the internet.
Yeah, rather unfortunately, I suggested to T that we have a quick look at it because it wouldn't be the first time I've had a mate or someone I know who's bought a turbo and you move the compressor wheel and it moves in a 360 degree motion.
It doesn't do the spinny thing, it does
Yeah.
the, not even the in the out thing, which is like, the uppy down thing, which is...
There's a fairly significant amount of play that you can detect with your hands, and that's not brilliant. It's not actually making contact with the housing, I don't think. But it's
Nonetheless, it's not enough for me to go, that'll be fine, and just junk it in the car and hope for the
definitely
best.
can't run a car, definitely not. But the encouraging side is, once that gets resolved, assuming that it does, the kit is tremendous. I mean, it's not a, here you go, this will fit on a Rover V8 and it might fit in something other than an SD1. It's bespoke for this car.
Aye.
There's going to be quite a lot of work though. Extensive, well not extensive, that's unfair. Some work on the frame.
So, our intercooler is basically going to live in here, which is fine, because the original air intake hose will take us up to here and go into the choo-choo noise machine. However, it would appear that there is no such luck on this side at all, anywhere.
Yeah, there's no equivalent, which is unfortunate. But that's one of the few things that's going to require some change. I said earlier on as well, I think this coolant work here is going to need to move because that's where the pipe is going to go for the massive cone for all the choo-choos.
No, I think we'll probably get away with that, to be
Maybe
honest.
we'll push it, we'll need to see. We haven't actually put the turbo in yet because we were too busy being fucking raging that there was play. But, you know, it's life, innit?
What can you do?
Could be worse. It could have showed up with an eBay China charger and
I'm still not convinced it's not an eBay China charger.
Yeah, well, we'll find out when you take it to the Turbo Man.
The man who does the turbos.
Yeah,
and
it's not actually.
he looks at
Turbo
it,
Yoda.
laughs, and gives me some fried rice.
We are going to get the Scottish Turbo Yoda,
Aye.
and I'm sure he's going to be.
Turbo
equally-
Jock.
I'm not even going there. Turbo Jock, and he's probably going to be as much as an introvert as Turbo Yoda.
Aye, to be honest, turbo
People.
any people tend to be a bit
Yeah.
random.
They're like the librarians of the car. In fact, they're wizards. They're wizards of the car world.
Yeah, there's some things I'll automatically go, I'm having a crack at that, but
Not
putting
the
a new
turbo, no.
compressor cartridge in a turbo is probably not one of them, simply because of the damage it can do.
But when you get that done, the turbo goes in, gets a sort of cutting through the fiberglass for the pipe work, get the mega split on board, hook it all up,
Injectors. let's not
injectors,
Let's-
and pulling
let's
off the
not-
cylinder heads as well.
Aye,
Well, there is a lot of work, but it's like there's a clear path, and that's always helpful. Because see, if you were doing this and you were fabricating, it would be okay. We need to go and see a man, then do things.
forget. Aye, weld, cut, repeat.
Yeah, a lot of the shit work's been dealt with. This, frankly, is a work of art. This collector mechanism with that flanger on the end.
Yep.
And
No, it
that
does
would
work
probably be the single most expensive part.
And the good part is we don't actually have to do any chassis notching, because it will actually hold the turbo perfectly in that wee gap. Or, so the theory goes.
Yeah, well, we did measure a lot of it up and it looks like it's going to work.
Yeah.
So, here's hoping.
Fingers crossed. So, beer? Beer o'clock. One cheeky time hop later and we are back. We have got a freshly rebuilt turbo, as you can see. They've not managed to make it any lighter, but it's certainly got a new core in it. So far more improved. We've got no play at all in the shaft and we're good to go. So got a little bit of reassembly to do. Obviously when they rebuild the turbo, they have to take all the bits and bobs off. So I've got my oil returned, put a gasket on, throw that together, start IDing where various bits and bobs are meant to go within the car. And we should probably be able to get it on now. So that's progress. Our water feeding return are just normal silicone hoses with Jubilee clips, so they're not tremendously hard to deal with. According to the manual, this guy takes off from the oil pressure sensor, so that's just a male and a female. That's going to be a big trauma. Our return to the sump could be interesting. What I've decided to do is go for one of these, commonly available on any well-known auction site. This is a drill and bolt barbed fitting, which should go on the other end of this guy. Thank God, that's the first time I've checked and it's the same size, always good to know. I'm not too sure if this is going to work too well. I'm sure the internet will tell me all sorts of good things about why it won't. The worst comes to the worst though, we can just chop the end off this and weld it on. It's the same thing. It's a pressed steel sump, so I don't really want to go too much on the welding front, simply because it's potentially going to warp it and then I'll have all the oil leak fun of the day. So let's not do that. I'll need to take the sump off to do this obviously, so in the meantime, let's just size this guy up and see if it's going to fit. Will it fit without notching the chassis? Will it fuck? Our downpipe will clear once it drops down past the swirl pot bracket. And the problem is, the cold side of the turbo is absolutely not going to clear either of these chassis rails. On the plus side, this guy does remove, so I think we'll just mark up, take it out, and figure out some way to make a relief. Anyway, we are progressing. So the turbo's on, we've still got a list of things to do. That is why I've made a list, an actual list, to keep myself right. So, we've got to cut out the intercooler hole. That's going to be a bit fun. That's the point of no return, to be quite honest. Need to remove the sump. We'll need to take the oil pressure switch off to do that. That's our oil feed. And then drill a hole in the sump for oil return. Another point of no return. What else do we need to do? Put all the intercooler pipes on, put the intercooler in, see where it's going to sit. Try and attach the intercooler in some way. I still don't know how I'm going to do that. What else? We also need to start looking at taking the engine apart, namely the inlet manifold. We ain't changing the injectors without that coming off, it's just the design of the Rover V8. After that, we'll have a round up and see how much else we're going to have to buy. Probably a lot.